Yeah, now we are live.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. What is your question regarding Sotapanna or Sakadagami or Anagami or Arahat? What do you think?
Well, I think it's really cool that now we have references to verify, for ourselves. But okay, so really, I'm lacking understanding on the. So, say like if there's a transition from Sotapanna to Anagami, that's the other one that you mentioned.
Sakadagami.
Yes. So, it's like, what if when say I look at somebody like because I've been trying to do like the datu and stuff, and when you look at somebody, it's like you can kind of see the transition of like viewing them as just a skeleton, but they're still formed there, But it's like maybe it's not fully established.
Yes. So, let me answer your question in this way. So, when Buddha was there were a lot of bhikkhus who used to practice. So, in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, what he has done, he has spread it out into different varieties for different kind of people. So, the first kind of people are the people who can observe their breath and they can get into the state where they can look at what is this body. That's one kind of people. So
Okay.
they could understand two kinds of kaya. One is a mental one and another one is a physical one. And they were able to go deeper into it and see that okay, this is coming from the food. And if it's coming from the food, I cannot claim this is my food and this is my body. And if the feelings are changing based upon different objects which I am seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling, then I cannot think that this is mine. So there, for them, this anapanasati suits, and they can come to an extent of skeleton. Okay, so they really don't have to do anything. They can be sitting wherever they're sitting, and they can be doing it. And there was some other kind of bhikkhus who not only can do that but also can get into the awareness of four postures: sitting, standing, lying down, and all that, and or how the body is placed. However, the body is placed, they were able to not take it as mine. They were taking it just as a posture, nothing else. Okay. Then there were third kind of people who were able to, well, establish the mindfulness in every posture. So he put that. And there were people who were able to get into the dhatu. So he gives an example. It's like a cow being split up from everywhere and thrown in the four roads. Now, can you call that as a cow? Just like on the other day, we took a cup as an example. So it breaks down. Now, where's the cup? If you're able to get that insight, and that's it, over, right? Now, there were people who couldn't get that. So then he said, okay, you know what? Do this body contemplation on the particular, that is repulsive. You see what is inside this body and get repulsive about it. So he gives an example. So it's like an open bag filled with grains, and any person with open eyes can see, oh, this is peas and this is rice and this is barley, this is like this, like that. In the same way, you can look at this body consisting like a bag, and you have filled up all of these dirty things. And there were people who couldn't do that, right? And then he said, you know what? We will go to the channel ground, and he explains it in 9 kinds, taking them there, saying that now you go to this place and just watch how the dogs and hyenas and tigers and lions are eating, right? So, Matt, it depends on the level of kamachanda. So
Okay.
just by, if I were to sit and imagine that, oh, you know what, I'm a skeleton, that's not going to work out. It's for me also, not only for you. If I were to do that, it doesn't. It requires lot of practice on one side and cleansing on the other side. It cannot be only the practice. Okay, in the Uposatta Sutta, he explains how to clean it in 5 ways. So, I've been telling everyone, stick to one sutta. Don't have to do this experiment and hundreds and thousands and sutta, going mad with it and reading and rereading and all that. Take one, get that experience. Then it opens up. It's just like, I want to watch a movie, but I don't have a ticket. Okay, now I need to either get interested in a trailer, watch the trailer and say, okay, there would be. So with the trailer, I'm getting the knowledge. It's okay, fair. At least trailer is there, right? So the question now comes is on Sotapanna. So let's go with that. It's a trailer, basically. It's a movie trailer. That's it. There's nothing more than that. So somebody who has penetrated the trailer, which is nothing but the Noble Eightfold Path, and is able to see, yes, wait, now I understand how the dukkha comes. Well, I get it. Aha, this is how the dukkha is. Aha, this is how the attachment to the dukkha, this craving. Now I understand. Now I get it. Now I get the point. And then the moment I see this loathsomeness of the body, loathsomeness of everything, and disgusting nature of everything, then I feel nice. So the craving is reducing, and because of that, I can see the nirodha, cessation. And how did I see that is a Noble Eightfold Path. This is one way of understanding what is a Sotapanna. Another way of doing a Sotapanna is you either take a dukkha and see the anatta nature in that, or the anicca nature in that. Call it as impermanence, call it as no self, call it by whatever motive I would like to call. Hi Sachin.
Hi.
So it really doesn't matter that in what way I consider what. But I can do this Sotapanna business looking at Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta only. That's all. So there is one sutta of Sariputta where one monk asks him, I am hearing this word called Sotapanna. Can you tell me what is this? How does he enter? So then he says Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. Then I have heard this something called Sakadagami. What is this? Then he says Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. Okay. And I've also heard something called as Anagami. And what is that? He says, yeah, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. Oh my goodness. And what is this person who is called as an Arhat? Anicca dukkha anatta. That's it. Now the question comes, then is Sariputta right or Buddha right? Because Buddha tells Noble Eightfold Path and he's saying Anicca dukkha anatta. But that's another method of doing it. Well, I'm not getting this dukkha business in life, so I can go through anicca. I'm not able to get through anicca. Okay, I can go through anatta. So if I see the anatta lakhana, the characteristics of anatta, I can get into Sotapanna. So it's like this, that I have different ways of experiencing Sotapanna. It need not be the one particular way. So I don't have to imagine that I am seeing the skeleton. Maybe that is not for you. So you're going to fight with your life because that might not even come up for you. So we need to see whether dhatu will work for you or not. If it is not working, leave it. It's okay. There's another way of doing it. For becoming arahat also, anicca dukkha anatta is a way of doing it. There's another way of doing it. That is, you see the arising aspect of the dependent origination and you see the cessation aspect of dependent origination of one or two links, not all the links, one or two links. What I need to do is, how does this birth come to be? Or how does this aging, decay, death comes to be? Yes, I'm dying. How does it come to be? That's all. Two links. Right? That's only two links, nothing more than that. I don't have to do R&D on the entire Patisamutpad of 12 links. Oh, and reciting Avijja, Pache, Sankhara, and then you know what? I don't even know Pali. So I don't know how to recite it also. That makes even more worse thing for me.
Yeah.
Right. So now how would I say if I'm an American or American? So if I'm an American, what I'm going to say is that it becomes like this. It looks really funny. Avijja Pachaya Sankhara. Sankhara Pachaya Vinyana. Vinyana Pachaya Namarupa. Like that. So I have no idea what I'm reciting in the first place. So it doesn't matter. What matters is this question. Now, what is this question? Hey, Arya, good morning. Glad to see you. So, morning. So, the thing is that I shouldn't do something funny. I should be doing something which is reasonable. So, something reasonable is just sit, look at my childhood. From the time I think I'm sucking my thumb, that time onwards till today. What has remained consistent and what has changed? Simple. Nothing more than that. I don't have to trouble my mind with Pali or with, is that, how do you say Sotapanna? I don't know. Am I spelling it correctly? Sotapanna, and I don't understand what it is in the first place. So now that becomes, see, why I'm telling all of this is that we shouldn't be troubling ourselves. We should be taking the essence than the outer packet, or the, we are taking the wrapper rather than the core. So what we should be doing is that from the time I've been sucking my thumb till today, what has remained consistently it has stayed, and what has literally changed from the time I've started. Now if I ask the question, I can see, for my surprise, that nothing I can say has stayed the same, including all the collected experiences I have in life. Good experience, bad experience, ugly experience, fantastic experience, dirty experience, or whatever that is, it has remained not the same. Now, whatever I thought I'm enjoying, I rarely have enjoyed. And whatever I thought I am not enjoying, I've enjoyed. So there are a lot of mix and match things which have happened in my life. So now what I should do? I should be doing something different, is see the link between birth, decay, disease, and death. Has that been consistently happening? Of course. Right? That's consistently happening. I cannot get back yesterday. I cannot get back what I did from morning till now. Now the same thing is going to continue tomorrow. There's nothing changed. That means that is consistently happening. That means the decay is continuously happening. So the growth and decay are the same. I am only seeing growth, but I am not seeing decay. That's my problem. That's the nature of thing. So now you see this fun. If I'm able to see that, the mind stops. And when the mind stops, you experience Nibbana. When you experience Nibbana, you are a Sotapanna. Simple. That's another way of achieving it. You might not have achieved using the Noble Eightfold Path. You might not have achieved looking at Dhatu. You might not have achieved going to the charnel ground. You might not have achieved looking at the different postures. So that's immaterial. Now I might fight. No, this way if you come with Sotapanna. No, it doesn't say that way. There are so many suttas where Buddha gives clarity. This is also Sotapanna. This is also Sotapanna. This is also Sotapanna. And he then says, Ananda, this is too much. You're coming and asking me every time, where did that guy go? Where did this guy go? This guy go? This guy go? It is good to know, but now you're troubling me a lot. So I will teach you how to do it, called as mirror reflection. Right? That's over. So now we have to put in that shoes and see. We don't require a certification, right? We used to certification. I'm getting Microsoft certified and Cisco certified and Google certified and VMware certified, like that, so many certified. I don't have to get certification for Sotapanna certified. I hereby certify that Mr. So and so has completed a course in Sotapanna and he is now a Sotapanna. So I'll get it printed in a nice paper, shining golden one, right? Because Sotapanna should be golden. Now I print it and it's written in gold, pure gold, ink pen or whatever, gold ink pen. It's shining, glittering. Then a frame is given to that, and then I put it on the wall and keep on showing. You know what is that? I'm a Sotapanna. That's not required, but you can become a Sotapanna or you can achieve Sotapanna through various ways. That's not this way, that other way, or whatever it is. Okay, now what's a quality of a Sotapanna? The quality of a Sotapanna is, number one, you don't have any doubt. Simple. Let's keep it very simple. You don't have any doubt. If you have doubt, then you are not Sotapanna. No, I have a little doubt on this. No. You have no doubt. It's not arrogance. You don't have a doubt. Simple. Check it out. If you think you have a doubt of some kind, that means you're yet to reach that state. Even though you think you have reached, unfortunately, not, sir. You have a doubt. Clarify the doubt. And if you feel, aha, now I get it. Wow, then finished. You are a Sotapanna. That aha moment has to come to you. Right? Through sutta it comes, by listening to somebody it comes. So that's the reason I had sent it. You need to have a friend who is a Sotapanna and he teaches you. Basically, that's what I had sent in the morning. And then you need to do the Dhamma savana, meaning you really look at some sutta and ponder and ponder and ponder. You get, aha, now I know. Got it. That is Sotapanna. Now we come to the second one. The second one is Sakadagami.
No, I have a question.
Yes, yes.
This questioning, doubting is like trying to understand more and more and more. So there are not one aha moment. It's so many aha moment, right?
Yes, you will get at every stage so many aha moments, but then you shouldn't have the basic question continuing with you. If you still have the basic question, am I not, am I not?
Okay.
Or whether this will work or this will not work. If it is, I'll give you an example. So there are certain traditions in Sri Lanka who believe that anicca is not impermanence. Anicca means not as per one's wishes. Fine. But that shouldn't stop you from understanding correctly. Whether somebody says that in German or in French or in English or in Spanish or in Hebrew or in Kannada or in Gujarati or in Hindi or in whichever language he thinks he can speak, and totally distort it and give it to you. Here it is, my friend, this is the meaning of anicca. You should be able to unpack it and say, now I got it. I understand on my own. I don't require this packetized business of English or French or German or whatever that language. But if I have a doubt, anicca means impermanence or anicca means this, and then I go into this what I can say, linguistic route, and that's not going to help. It becomes an intellectual blunder rather than experiencing. So the best way to do is experience dukkha. Again, dukkha can be called suffering, can be called as pain, can be called as unsatisfactoriness. So one person will put whatever he thinks he will put for that meaning. It doesn't matter. But are you able to get that? Yes, sir. Got it. Done. No, sir, I am not able to understand this anicca dukkha anatta. Okay, throw it. Not required. Then how do I reach Sotapanna? Wait. Can you watch the breath? Yes, sir, I can watch the breath. Sure? Yes. Can you now know how many you started your breathing whenever you came out of your mother's womb? No, sir, I don't remember. But do you know that you have been breathing at that time? Yes, sir. Do you know that there would be a last breath for you? Yes, sir. So do you see whether it is increasing your life or decreasing your life? It's decreasing, sir. So you know if it is decreasing, is it sukha or dukkha? It's indeed dukkha. Now can you call each breath as myself? Now you got it. Over. Aha! There I get it is anatta. Simple. I don't have to go through the technical jargon of Pali or this thick book Majjhima Nikaya or Sanyukta Nikaya or Anguttara Nikaya or that Nikaya or this one, that one. No. Straightforward. How many breaths I have? Well, you have numbered breaths only. Nobody has unlimited breaths. They have limited. So the question now comes, if anything is limited, is it Nitya or Anitya? Answer would be Anitya. Right? Even though I don't know the meaning what is Anitya. I have no idea. So, is it diminishing or is it increasing? Sir, it is diminishing. Every breath I am taking, the out breath is there. And a new breath comes, the old breath goes out, new breath comes, old breath goes out. So, as the breath goes in, goes out, as the days are going out, if you were to stay for, let's say, around 500,000 days, are you going to stay more than 500,000 days? No, sir. Isn't that dukkha? Yes, sir. Can you do anything about it? Nothing, sir. So, can you claim that this body is mine? No, sir. Can you claim that this is Pathavi and I take this as earth property, I own it? No, sir. Can you claim this Apo quality as mine? No, sir. Can you claim the Vayu quality as mine? No, sir. Can you claim the Tejo quality as mine, the heat and all that? No, sir. Can you claim the space is yours? No, sir. Can you claim consciousness is yours? No, sir. Finished. So, manyana is to consider. You are stop considering that. The moment you stop considering, you get relief. And that relief is Niramisa Sukha. Simple, there's nothing more to it. What is Niramisa Sukha? It doesn't have any distortion. So, for that moment, the mind gave up. Oh, I'm not this. It stood for a moment, that's okay. It stood for 10 hours, it's okay. But both are anicca. Because it's happening in that moment only. You don't get extra life. Like the games we play on a computer or a video game and you play it well, you get lives. Here you don't get extra life. You get only one life. Whether you get Nibbana also, that's the same life. If you don't achieve Nibbana also, the same life. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, you get the aha moment or a wow moment when you really penetrate Dhamma, in whichever fashion it has been given to you. Whether it was given in Spanish or English or French or German or any of the Indian languages or Sinhala or Bhutanese language or Burmese language or Thai language or some language or a new language which has come, like the Chat GPT language maybe. And Google would like to come up with their own AI, that language. It's okay, whatever language, whoever comes, it doesn't matter. So, if I were to take one of the key takeaway for myself for Sotapanna is, if the breath is limited, my life is limited. If my life is limited, it should be dukkha, it cannot be sukha. So whatever the sight I have seen, whatever the sound I have heard, whatever taste I have tasted, whatever smell I have taken, whatever the touch I have, and whatever the thoughts I have are, call it as impermanent, call it as not as per one wish, call by whatever way you want to call it. It's 100% true. They cannot be said to be at I am ownership of that. No. I'm not the owner. Over. So that creates dukkha. So now I have understood dukkha satya. How did I enter into it? Into this dirty thing? Well, because of birth. Then what happens? Well, at the time of birth only the decay starts, because the growth of the body starts, the previous is gone, new is replaced, and the previous is gone, the new is replaced, the previous is gone, the new is replaced. Whether I see it in the river, new water waves are coming and the old one is going away, or we see the electricity where we have a meter, the billing is happening is because the old one is gone, the new one is coming, the old one is gone, the new one coming. As we consume the power, the billing is happening. If it was permanent, if it was something which is eternal, if something was called as one's wish, that let me not get billed, no, sorry sir, you're consuming the power, so you get billed. Take the vehicle. Without fuel, you cannot run the vehicle. So that means you're consuming the vehicle. As much as you consume the vehicle, the fuel, it's dukkha, because you have to keep on refueling it. This body also you have to keep on refueling it. So it is dukkha. But it doesn't stay in the same shape even though you refueled it. So the vehicle has to be maintained. So when it comes to maintenance, it is called a dukkha. As it is dukkha. Then you add another dukkha of maintenance, because you become an owner of it. Then you get the second dukkha, sankhara dukkha. You keep on preparing it, puffing it. Like this body, I need to keep puffing it with this kind of food, and that kind of food should have nutritious and should have calcium, could have magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, all the periodic table elements. I need to fill it in this body, which is sankhara dukkha. Then viparinama dukkha. Even though I have filled it properly, there is no guarantee that it is going to be running in the same way. It might break down. Like what is happening with Aryu. He is coughing, he is sneezing. He didn't ask for it. He didn't say, hey, cough, please come. I would love to enjoy you for a second. You have not come to me for such a long time. Maybe I would like to enjoy your company. No. And in fact, if you ask him how did he get it, he says, I have no clue. I went on a walk, or I went to the office, I went with my dog, I went with my car. And in fact, in the US, you get so much of care. But still, he managed to get a cough, and he's coughing like crazy, and he's sneezing. He didn't ask for it. And just because he has got cough and we three are not doing it, right? Right? That's the whole thing. So in whichever fashion we take, you will come to see this. That means you have to keep on maintaining it. If you don't maintain, you have a problem, which is dukkha. You have to keep on prepping it up, preparing it. Say tomorrow I am going to the office, so I have to prepare for office. What's this bloody preparation? I need to wake up. I need to take this body to the washroom. Wash this body thoroughly. I don't require a bath. But the body requires bath. I don't require to sit in the toilet. But the body is supposed to sit in the toilet. But I can't keep the body and come out. I'm saying that, okay, you sit there. Do whatever you want to do. And once you're done, let me know. I'll come and enter you. No. So I have to take care of that body. And that body will act crazy. Now I am wanting to finish that thing in the toilet, but that damn thing has got constipated. Now to wait. It's the dukkha. I never expected it. It's going to get constipated. In fact, I had 2 bottles of water, and I read on the internet that if you don't drink good amount of water, you get constipation. And fearing that, I drank water. And after drinking water also, I got into constipation. And the doctor says, my dear friend, you drank too much of water. Drinking too much of water brings in constipation. Oh, I didn't know that. Yes, please know it now. Now tell me, how do I get rid of constipation? Well, how about edema for you? Oh, shucks, man, I don't want it. Well, there's no choice. If you want that to happen, then we need to do something about it. How about endoscopy and checking whether your thing is proper? That means, what is he trying to do? He's not damaging me, he is damaging, or he is observing the body. But that brings pain to me. And I don't want pain. Nobody wants pain. But you have to take the pain. We can call it as growing pain. We can call it as... and that's the reason what we have done. We have named it in a very beautiful thing. If you want to get something, you have to put effort. No pain, no gain. Now you die with that pain because you have to gain. Now what are you gaining? Pain. So now you see the dukkha, and when you see the dukkha, you are a Sotapanna, over. Because now you have seen the Noble Eightfold Path. So that sutta works. Then the aha moment of that. Now we come to the second one, Sakadagami. This one I will teach you through that Etan Santan, Etan Panitan. Maybe that would help, because that is meant for that. In the Jhana Sutta it is there. So what happens if you were to keep on playing with that Etan Santan, Etan Panitan, you will reach Anagami. You don't require any other substance. Otherwise it's going to become substance abuse. So we will take only one substance. This substance is Etan Santan, Etan Panitan, Yadidam Sabba Sankhara Samato, Sabbupadi Patini Saggo, Tanhakhayo, Virago, Nirodo, Nibbana. Okay, this is the formula. Etam Santan, or it's Etan Santan, or you can make it as Etam Santam. Both are same. As far as N and Yam is there, it doesn't really matter in Pali. So Etan is this is. Santa in Sanskrit and in all Indian languages, or in Sinhala and also in Pali, what it means is one who has made his mind still. Sa anta santa. Sa means self. Anta ending is santa. And there is no English word to it, so they make it as peaceful. This is peaceful. Why? Because there is no person there. If the person was there, he would have been jumping up and down. Now the person himself is not there, he doesn't have to jump anywhere. So etam santam, etam panitam. Panita means pranita in Sanskrit. Proficient, profound, or whatever those words can be put in that. So they use the word excellent, because nothing can surpass excellency. Just like we used to say when English ruled India, we say, Your Excellency. And they have left India, but if you go to the court, they again say, Your Excellency. We are not giving any money to the British Crown these days, but still that has remained. Your honor and Your Excellency has remained, for whatever great reasons. But that is what it is. That means you can't go beyond that. So this is peaceful, this is excellent. Only when Yadidam. Now here comes a Sakadagami. He penetrates through sankharas. Sabba sankhara samatho. He is able to tranquilize, relax, or rather let go, or penetrate, or discern, or observe, whatever words we can put appropriately, is able to understand the sankharas. Now we might ask, does the Sotapanna doesn't understand sankharas? That would be an inappropriate question, because the Sotapanna does not know so much depth of Dhamma to get into the sankhara level. He has just entered into the stream, and hence he says Sota means one who knows the Noble Eightfold Path. He has seen the dukkha, but he has not understood the sankharas as yet. But because he has done that, he will not be doing something mad thing which will bring him into a apaya. It's again a beautiful Indian word or a Pali word or what a Sinhala word or whatever it is. It's there in all of Indian thing. Apaya. Paya means foundation. Apaya means without any foundation. So generally speaking, when I tranquilize my mind without knowing the anicca dukkha anatta nature or the patisamutpada or whatever it is, basically the danger I'm bringing to myself is that I can fall down once the punya, that is the good deeds, are over. Okay. Now what is so great about the Buddha Dhamma is that you are able to penetrate the dukkha, and hence you will not do some crazy thing. Okay. So now what happens to the Sakadagami is that he is able to understand, first thing, Vachi Sankhara, how the speech comes to be. Then he finds it's just a sound, and we are naming it something. And he is able to penetrate into the Nama on one side and the Rupa on the other side. And he says, wow, I now understood how Sankharas happens. So he goes one step up, which is Sankhara Pachaya Namarupa. Sankhara Avidya Pachaya Sankhara, Sankhara Pachaya Vinyana, Vinyana Pachaya Namarupa. He is able to penetrate that backwards. Because consciously he is talking something, but really it's only the sound. So we are making the sound meaningful through language and syntax and all that. Then he gets, aha, now I caught it, this sankhara. This is preparation. So I am preparing the language. There's nothing out there. So a Pathavi Dhatu, earth quality or earth element, is called as Vilas. Says, wow, where is Vilas? Well, Pathavi Dhatu. Then he goes to urination. What happened to Vilas? Well, he is Apo Dhatu. How his sankharas are dropping because he's seeing Pathavi, he's seeing Apo, he gets disgusted by these two. So in many of the sutras, Buddha talks only two dhatus. One is Pathavi, Apo, Pathavi, Apo. He doesn't care much about Tejo and Vayu because you'll not experience them. So Buddha has taken everything that can be experienced, nothing imaginative. So if he is able to experience that, sankhara becomes samatha, tranquilized, calm down. Then what happens? He immediately moves from Sotapanna to Sakadagami, because the next line explains that. Sabbupadi patinisaggo. So whatever experience he has collected through the Rupa, through the Vedana, through the Sanya, through the Sankhara, through the Vijnana, that is form, feelings, perception, preparation, consciousness. Whatever he thinks he has possessed is only this. He comes to know either it's a Rupa, he comes to know it is a Vedana, He comes to know it is a sanya, he comes to know it is sankhara, it is vijnana. That's all he has collected. Like a collector, what he has done is he has collected certain rupa, certain vedana, certain like that. And is running that as though they are real. So what it is, he gives up that out of disgust. Then what happens? Tanhakhayo, his craving comes down. Virago, dispassion. Nirodho, cessation. Now he enjoys Nibbana more than what Sotapanna used to enjoy. And hence he is once returner. Now what's the difference? Well, Sotapanna is struggling. Oh, you know what? Okay, it's working out. He has to do a lot of gymnasium work. Whereas the Sakadagami has done all of that, and then he is now able to see. So that's the reason the Buddha Dhamma in no sutta, it explains about Sakadagami. Except that they say that it reduces. What reduces? The Kama Chanda and Vyapada, or the Abhijja and Vyapada. Why? Because he is penetrated through the 5 aggregates much more than a Sotapanna, and he has stopped possessing them. It's like a ghost possessing. He has dropped the ghost. Hey, you go wherever you want. Okay. Then comes this beautiful person called as Anagami. Let's say it Anagami. Agami is to come. Anagami is not to come. That's all. Now, how this idiot would have come? He required to have some fuel. Now, what's the fuel? Sensuality is the fuel. If he has not sensuality, then where will he come? There's nowhere to come. So again we run this game, right? So it's like I had gone to this Las Vegas, so they play that what is that, roulette. So I was watching how they play that game. So now you put a dice and it's going out, and then some number 20. Oh, there you come, $500, or you lose $500, whatever it is. So the fun game, right? And if I take that example, how he becomes an Anagami is Etan Santan Etam Panitan. This is peaceful. This is excellent. What? Giving up is peaceful. Giving up is excellent. First and foremost, Yadidam Sabba Sankhara Samato. This person has gone beyond the Vachi Sankhara. He has gone beyond the Kaya Sankhara. He is now penetrating into the Mano Sankhara, which is perception and feeling. So the sensual perception and the sensual feeling no longer exist. He sees through the eyes, but it doesn't get possessed by it. He hears the sound, doesn't get possessed by it. He tastes, doesn't get possessed by it. He smells, doesn't get possessed by it. Not the 5 aggregates one we are talking about. We are talking about senses. And since he doesn't have the Kama Chanda, Kama is senses, Chanda is interest, and because of that there is no Vyapada, the irritation that I didn't get, so that tasted, oh man, no, this object is not that good looking and this good looking and all that not being there, there's no fuel. So the vehicle has to stop. That's the only thing it can do. So he stops. And he's in Nibbana. Because Ragakhayo, dosakhayo, mohakhayo. All the three are in where? Senses. So if you are able to withdraw the senses, and that's it. So the 5 lower fetters are gone. Lower, not the higher. Why? Because there's a lot of more things to do from then on to become an Arhat than becoming an Anagami. He has only removed the bond of sensuality. That's great achievement, but on the Dhamma scale, it is nothing. Work starts now. And that's the reason Buddha says, Appamadena sampadeta. Don't become crazily heedless. Bring that urgency. Otherwise, you say, I reached Anagami. Okay, now I am fit. No, sir, you are not fit. You have only lost the fever, but the cough and the cold and all of that thing is there. Only you have taken care of the kama. Fever for sensuality is gone. But there is fever for attaining jhanas. You're a crazy guy. Every few moments you would like to and now it has become your ritual. So if somebody doesn't come, you say, okay, don't come, I'm going first jhana. Now the second jhana, so nice, and third and fourth and fifth, like that. And you are either awake nor you're sleeping. You feel, wow, man, this is the craziest thing I ever experienced. If somebody says, were you awake? You say, yes. But did you hear this? You say, no. You are staring at that. Did you see what it is? No. You didn't have any eyes? I had. But you couldn't see it? No. Are you all right? Your mind is all right? Or your brain is all right? Did you get any amnesia? You have any partial amnesia? No, I remember everything. Strange. Is that meditative attainment by any chance? Yes, it is. It's the 8th jhana. What does that mean? You will not say you are alive. You will not say you're dead. You'll not say you're not conscious. You'll not say you are conscious. You'll not say you were able to perceive, nor you'll say you couldn't perceive. Because there's no sense to perceive. There's no sense perception. So what will he say? Senses exist, but there's nothing to perceive there. Nothing to latch onto it. So he is relieved. Enjoy. But he gets into the jhana and lives there. So Buddha says, excuse me, sir, wake up, wake up. That's not a place to be. Sorry. No, sir, I want to sit here. Okay, your funeral. Okay, what I've done as a teacher is to make sure that you finish the journey. But if you still wish to continue in this Anagami, well, enjoy. Okay, this is what is the 3 Sekha training. Nothing great, but nothing it is out of the ordinary. I would have said nothing out of the ordinary. That would have been a wrong thing. It is something out of the ordinary, but nothing from an Arhat perspective. So Arhat doesn't require training. So he says, no training required. Whereas for the other 3 guys, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, he is still a trainee. One guy is an apprentice, another guy is a senior apprentice, a third guy is promoted apprentice. But if you were to see, all the three guys are apprentices. That's it. Nothing great. But yes, you can celebrate. Why? The first one will not lose his job. Right? Forever. In whichever life he comes up, he will be comfortable in life. So he is cut out. It is good. He will never be born rich, but he will never be born poor. Wow, what a great thing to be. Number two, he will never be born 100% healthy. He will never be born 100% sick. Right? He is middle. Like that, everything. That means he will not get life threatening diseases, but he will get some diseases. Another great thing. All the jobs he will do in the world, whether it is office jobs, desk job, hard labor job, this job, that job, will be most comfortable. Nobody is going to trouble him much, and he gets lot of time to get on Dhamma. And it follows, the Dhamma follows him. So he will be pulled back into Dhamma in one way or other way, whether he is born in America, he is born in Europe, he is born in Turkey, he is born even in Afghanistan, or he is born in some God-known place which has only one river and nothing else. Still, he'll say there's something wrong with this, I need to learn more. So he is going to be like that. Forever. 7 births. So he says he has to deal with only 7 births. Not much. From 1,000,000 births, he is brought to 7 births. Yes? Yes, are you?
Not 7 human births, right? I mean,
Can be anything.
not it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But all top or human.
Yeah, I mean, not. It's 7 bhava, right? Not 7 jati.
Leave it. Don't worry about jati, bhava, all that. 7 of whatever that is. Right? There's no 8th. Finished. Right? Leave it. If he is 7 bhava, okay, and all are human bhava, over, case closed. If 7 deva, then that's it. Or a combination, whatever it is. Leave it. Let's not go too much and make our mind crazy. We will leave this Sotapanna business, and why not become Sakadagami? Appamadena sampadeta. So don't get too excited. You know what? I am a Sotapanna. I read the sutta. Confirmed. Of what? You're going to have further more births. That means you're going to die and you're going to be born again. That is not stopping. So there's nothing to celebrate. You have to keep that pace. Oh, Sotapanna is a stage when I have removed the apaya, the danger of being born in a lower realm. Nothing else I have done in life. It's okay. It's good, no? When compared to normal worldling who doesn't know what to do, I have done good thing. A plus. Pat your back, take that energy and say, not saying that's it, but let's move forward to the next one. Not possess. Yes, I have seen I'm not possessing anything. So the best exercise for me, which I found out, for me, I don't know about you guys, stand in front of the mirror and watch this damn body. If you feel, wow, looks so good today, finished. Sotapanna level. Why? I'm possessing the body. Simple. No harm. But let me not fool myself thinking I'm a Sakadagami. Right? Why mirror? Because when somebody comes and he says Vilas, there is a opportunity for me to take it as Vilas. But when I stand in front of the mirror, especially undressed, best, I see hairs across the body. But if my penis start going up and I feel sexually aroused, well, my dear friend, sorry, you're still a Sotapanna. Why? Because sensual lust is there. Because that has to reduce. What has to reduce? If I stand nude, or somebody stands nude, or the girl stand nude, or whoever stand nude, shouldn't bring in ripples. Why? Because I not only possess myself there, I'm possessing myself here, both. And same thing I'm doing with the female or male or who has come, I'm possessing that person, I'm possessing that person inside. So like in the case of Aryu, he is my friend, so I'm possessing him inside and possessing him outside. So both are happening, inside, outside. Ajata Bahidda, both are happening, which creates disturbance. So when I look at this, then I know, okay, I'm not possessing for sure. Yes.
Sakadagami still like to enjoy, right?
Absolutely, but it's less. It's less. So I
But
gave.
he will not have sexual enjoyment because that's
No, yes and no. Not to an extent of Sotapanna, but definitely he still has that interest. The chanda is there.
But the sexual arousement should be not happen because it's to a lesser degree.
Again, I repeat, it is chanda, kama chanda. All the five senses will work with sex, not with anything else. When I hold a woman, I am holding her, so this is a touch. Then there is smell. Then there is taste. Then there is sight. No other activity has all the five senses. Only this woman business has that.
And you're saying Sakadagami shouldn't get aroused because of...
No, he gets aroused, but he is not too charged up. Immediately the Dhamma will come and say, hey, hold on, what are you doing? Excuse me, what are you doing? Okay, I am warning you. Got it? Sorry, sir. So the penis is going up and this goes down. Oh, sorry, wrong number.
No, I think it is not like that. The degree of the arousal.
No, I'm just making a point. Yes, I understand, Sachin. I'm making a point so that it becomes easy.
No. I think Aryu is misunderstanding, or maybe I am misunderstanding. It might be increasing the power, sexual power, or whatever. But he is able to stay detached even doing that.
That I wanted to come back to it, but I think Aryu would have got totally confused about it, so I stopped it there. See, now what happens?
Yeah, correct.
What happens here, Aryu, is the non-possessive doesn't mean that he will not get sexually aroused, but he is not involved with the sex. Got the point? He's taking it like a work to be done. So he goes just like he goes to an office and they gave him certain amount of work. He just does the work, takes his salary and comes home. He's not too bothered of what's happening in the office. In the same way, in the family life, if he's a lay follower, not a recluse, a lay follower, then his wife would say, "Hey, what the heck are you doing? You're not loving me." That means you don't like my company, but he can't hurt her. So hold on for a second. So he's able to make her feel the act is enjoyable, but he is not involved with it. This is a very deep thing. I didn't wanted to bring it up because it causes confusion, so I gave a very easy example. But that is exactly what would happen with the Sakadagami. He is involved with everything, but he's detached most of it.
Correct.
That does,
It's like taking medicines for the senses.
yes, however we want to put it. So that's what it is. But when it comes to Anagami, is a problem. Why? The thing doesn't get up because he doesn't have it to get it. So normally when you come to an Anagami level, you have to make a choice of becoming a recluse because it doesn't suit the necessary condition for continuing a family life.
So this Tibetan lamas and all, they were enlightened being and still engaged in sex. Those are not enlightened. You mean to say?
See, now we have a problem here, right? So now when we look it from that perspective, see, we should look it from the Sutta perspective. Otherwise, we're going to go in some things which then becomes a perception oriented. So I don't want to get into a perception orientation. If somebody is what I can say, a bhikkhu or a lama or whatever it is called as, there is this mother and son. I had shared it with Matt. They both become their mother and son, and they both become bhikkhu and bhikkhuni. But the mother cannot stay without the son, and the son doesn't stay without the mother, and they both fall in love and have sex, and they enjoy it. And the bhikkhus will come and tell Buddha that these two people are always enjoying sex. What do we do? Then Buddha gives an exposition saying that feminine is a Mara. So, Sachin, to answer to your question, is that it doesn't matter whether it's a bhikkhuni or a bhikkhu. If the hunger is there, it's going to engulf that person. The fire is there, it's going to engulf. So, how do you know you're a Anagami is that you don't have anything of that sort.
No, my question is in physical incapability versus the possessiveness. He might be 100% non-possessive, at the same time 100% physically capable.
He will be capable, but what I'm trying to say is that he doesn't get that arousal if he is an Anagami because the Kama Chanda itself is not there. So you need to have a little bit of enjoyment nature in that.
Yeah.
Okay, but a Sakadagami can have the arousal, can have enjoyment, but he's not enjoying. There's no he to enjoy there, meaning there's no possession of enjoyment. But he can give a greatest enjoyment to his girlfriend or a wife or whatever it is, and that lady would say, wow, I never had something like this before.
Okay, now I got it.
Before they realize he's not really interested.
But nobody cares, right? That woman who is there would enjoy it. That's all what she wants. We made love. There is one song from Alabama. So if that song is played and we made love and all that, and then that's it over, and then you give some diamond ring or a necklace or whatever, and that's it over. But this guy is not involved, right? So what Buddha says in many suttas, It says that lay life is very difficult. Why? Because you have to keep on pretending this. That's a pain actually. Because you've understood it and you have to still play the game, play by the rules. And you have 2 children and you have wife. And let's say while I was a Sotapanna, I was having 2 wives. Quite possible. I didn't know that I'll become a Sotapanna. So I enjoyed the Buddha Dhamma and felt, wow, I now, wow, moment has come. But still that sensuality, sexualities exist. So one is divorced and she wants my company. So I go once in a while to make love to her in comfort. And I go to another one who is a wife anyway. And from my ex, I have 2 children. And from this Y, I have 2 children. Like when I was in the States, my colleagues used to say that your children and my children are fighting with our children. So true. Because my boss had an ex-wife and he had 2 children out of that. And the current wife had 3 children. So totally he had 5 children to deal with. And this lady who had come had 2 more children with her. So there's 7 children in all in the home. So when I went to his home in Purdue, so I was, wow, so you have 5 of them. Yes, he said, I have 5 totally. Great. And her ex-husband had 2, so they had gone to his home. So she was having 1 plus or whatever it is. So I was totally confused. So then in the office, we used to say that your children, my children are fighting with our children. Right. Yes, Matt. Go ahead.
Okay, so previously you had mentioned when you reach the Anagami state, you have the choice to no longer be a layperson because it's like the conditions aren't really suitable for that.
Right.
So, like my question would be, okay, because I already have children. Like I'm not married, but I already have children, and it's like, I mean, do you keep pursuing to go deeper, or do you stop? Because it's like I feel like, say, if I get to a mental state where it's not suitable for my children, it's like not really fair to them, and I have responsibilities like with them, So it's like, I mean, what do you do? Just abandon your children, or?
No, the nature itself makes you abandon. See, what's going to happen, I'll tell you. You lose interest, like what I have now. Right. So the advantage with my so-called family is that we all seem to be like 3 of us, seem to be like the bhikkhus and bhikkhuni, if I were to, without the orange robe. Right. There is no intention of having sex. Long time ago, we have given that up. And my son is a doctor, and he keeps on talking to me about not having, not engaging, not liking, and he doesn't seem to be interested in that aspect at all. In fact, this guy doesn't have night emissions either. That's strange. And he's not interested. It's not that we have told him that, okay, you know what, you need to become a bhikkhu so you don't get married or. And when he's in the college where he goes, he's in the medical field. So when he opens up the body, cuts them up, see, he comes and tells me what a shit thing this is. So he's got into a profession which is making him go deeper. So guess what? We have converted this house into a monastery. Right? I'm so lucky because I don't have to search for a monastery. I have one right here. So what should I pursue? No, wait for a second. So what should I pursue? Let's say my son was ambitious, or I have to finish his responsibilities. Yes, you do that with a understanding that you never had children. You have co-passengers with you. That's the best way to put it. Whom you have to take care, because they have relied on you. So you need to take care of their journey. Mentally, you can work out of delinking it, but physically, you can be involved with it. How is that? That's quite possible. Well, when you go and meet them, they tell that you are my father. That's a role what you're playing. It's just like you join an office and then they say that, hey, you are so and so, but you really know for sure you're not that. For the 8 hours job, what you're doing, you've been designated something, but you don't take it too seriously. Even though your card or whatever you're wearing will say that Matthew designated as so and so, working for so and so company, but you really don't take it because you know that's not true. Because if they were to send you home or fire you, that designation is gone. Why can't you implement the same thing in the home? You've been designated as a father. Fair. Do your role diligently. Use the Dhamma diligently. You can do that. Nothing wrong. Right? If you do that way, your family members won't even come to know that you are a Anagami, let's say. You're detached looks attached. Just like you go to the office, you pretend, oh, today I need to check my email, I need to do this, I need to do that. Oh, you know what? This happened, that happened. Oh, you didn't deliver this? Oh, my goodness, the customer is shouting, you know that. But you come back, you're driving home, you're playing some nice music, 500 miles away from home, like that, and that's it. That's exactly what you can do. And bet you that your children will never come to know that you have not considered them as your children. If you go and tell them, then they're going to get mad because they won't understand what you're trying to say. That you shouldn't do it. When you are in a mental asylum, don't tell that you are cured. Pretend that you are also a mental patient. Right? Because you're in a mental asylum and all are in mental asylum. So now how can you say you're a better person and they are not a better person? Because as per them, you're as mental as them. So you better pretend, oh yeah, I am mentally, oh yeah, I have 2 children, I have, but internally you have nothing. You know that you're just playing a game out there. Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Whoever wants to go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, but so say even with that, it's like you pretend that you're not cured as well. So say, like, here's an example with my best friend. Like me and her, we talk all the time, and we're like, me not so much anymore, but I used to be fascinated with like philosophy, and she still is. And it's like when I talk to her, she just constantly goes down like all these different rabbit holes of like different things, like to the point like she talks herself in a circle and it makes no sense whatsoever. Like she's like literally explored like 50 different like theories, and it's like she's trying to tie them all in together, and it's honestly it's like kind of painful like mentally to listen to her. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know, sometimes I think about now maybe Like, I just don't even know if we should be friends anymore because it's just exhausting.
Yes. One of the key things that happens as you grow in Dhamma is that you want to have a solitude. You want to withdraw. You don't like friends. You don't like this normal business thing and some chat, some lousy discussions and all that. Yes, that's a choice you have to make. But let's say if you don't get that chance for whatever reason, you will not be perturbed by it because you treat it as a sound. Irrespective of whether she's talking or not talking, it's a sound. Yeah,
And,
Arif.
and I think with time, she's going to see that you're not truly interested. So her interest itself will, decrease
Yeah,
with the
but
distance with
yes,
you. She's
by
going to kick you rather than you kicking her.
yes, so she will walk away from your life more than you walking away her is you walking away from her life. She will walk away from your life because all females like spontaneity, they like the emotional bonding. The more you
Yeah,
are, yes,
this is very, very nice actually. We need not to walk away from anyone. I like this too much. People walks away from my life. I keep seeing people walking away. And that is very, I enjoy that.
yeah, they go away on their own rather than you pushing them. Hey, you go, man, I don't like it. No, they will say, hey, you know what, I don't like you. You say, wow, so nice, but you can't say that.
It's because I feel like a lot of times now I go into conversations with my old friends is like it's a charity. It's like, okay, I'm gonna donate my time and my effort to continue this going. But it's like if it's about Dhamma and stuff like that, I'm super interested. I'm passionate, like I just want to keep going into it. But it's like when she starts, like talking to me about Aristotle and Plato and like all this stuff, I'm like, oh my god, here we
Give me a
go.
break.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, so basically what we need to understand is that as we proceed in Dhamma itself takes care of it. You don't have to do anything. So basically people start walking away from you. You know how many friends have lost? Tons of them. I had one friend. Okay, I'll give you a brief story to it. You'll understand. So from my 20th year, I think so, yeah, 2021st year till around I was 40 plus, 20 plus years, basically. I had one close friend where we used to enjoy life. We used to go, we used to eat, we drink, and this, that, all fun things. Until I went to Sri Lanka. So I told him that I'm going to Sri Lanka and some monk I want to meet, and we are going to discuss and all that. He was very interested. So I came back, and then he asked me how was it and what did you do. And I explained to him. He felt that I become arrogant or something like that, right? And then he stopped lesser interaction, and then we used to interact even then. Then I felt like, what should I talk to this fellow? Because other topics don't interest me. My topic, he's not interested. So whenever we used to sit, he used to tell me some story about his life and I used to listen. One day what happened? I was at his home and I was staring like this, somewhere, like a blank, no life in the eyes. He said to me, Vilas, you know what? I want to tell you something. It's been year plus I'm seeing that your eyes don't speak anything. There's no life in your eyes, and you keep on seeing something when I'm talking. It shows that you're not interested in my talk. I didn't say anything to him. I was feeling happy about it. Wow, great. It's gone. Okay. And that's it. It's been now years. We meet through somebody we meet. But whenever we meet, I don't have any topic to meet. But in that group, somebody asked me about Dhamma and all that. I'm super excited to explain. But if they talk about, how much money I made in this stock, I did today, the Sensex had gone up and Nifty went up, and then that is Indian side of it. Then you have Nasdaq and this and that, and I invested this much and I got this much. Whatever, I care damn. What you get, it's not my problem. Yes, Arif.
Yeah, I got a similar comment from my father-in-law. He said that when I talk to you, you don't have emotion reaction. I don't know, you're a weird person. I don't know how to talk with you. Like
Yeah.
you're
So
being weird.
yes. So Arif had spoken to me about that. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So rather than you walking away from their life, they will walk away from your life.
And my wife is in the process of kicking me out.
Yep. So they will leave you. It's like a cockroach has entered your home. Rather than you getting out of the home, the cockroach will go on its own. You don't have to kill it. It will walk outside because it's want to enjoy. And you don't want to enjoy. That's the whole problem, right? The world wants to enjoy. So the world will leave you rather than you leaving the world. It's like the fever will go away from you rather than you go away from the fever. That looks really weird. So the disease will leave you rather than you leaving the disease. That's a better point. So you can take care of your children. This is absolutely not an issue. So what would happen, Matt, as you start working? You start to see the reality. The reality is you have only designated. It's your children because you have designated them. What if you didn't have designation? Aren't they still human beings? They are. Aren't they doing what they should be doing or doing what they should not be doing? They are. Aren't they eating on their own? They are. Aren't they sleeping? Yes, they are. Are you doing anything about their eating, sleeping, and all those basic activities? No. When they get sleep, they sleep. When they get hungry, they go and eat. Are you doing anything of that? No. When you are not doing that, now how can you say that they are my children? Right? They're human beings. Yes. Yes, Matt. No. You're still you're still on the mute.
Oh, okay. So I think it's not so much my outlook on them of like, like I feel like I'm already kind of getting to that point where I can easily like have no attachments to it. It's like I'm at peace with everything. It's more about, because they don't know Dhamma, or like they haven't studied anything. So it's like they are worldly still, it's like they're of the world and they don't necessarily comprehend it. So I guess like I just would have to play the role.
Yes, you play the role like you went to the office. Now, at present, Matt, you're going to the office. You're working somewhere, right? Do you have a choice? You don't. Right now, you're working somewhere, whatever you're working, but you're doing a role there. Are you thinking all the people whom you're meeting in the office are going to talk on Dhamma? No, you don't care a damn about it, right? Apply the same rule with your children or with your ex-wife or with this girlfriend, new girlfriend, or you want to get married again, whatever it is. Same thing. Put that role play. Now you want to take the burden, you can take the burden. So if you want to take the burden, if you don't want to take the burden, just play the role play. That's it.
role play, but not in any deceiving way, right?
No, role play is role play, right? Aryu, you are working with Google. Aren't you doing what should be done? Just because you're in Dhamma, you're not going to say Google is, there's no real thing called Google. I don't agree with that. Then they will say, okay, even we don't agree that we have to be giving you we would have to transfer salary to your account because there's nothing called salary. It doesn't make sense, right? So you go and you work something. So you see, there is one sutta. I was wanting to share that. There's one sutta for a lay follower, beautiful one. He exactly says what should be done by a lay person. We shouldn't confuse between a lay life and a recluse and saying that, you know what, I will do what recluse is going to do. Sorry, no, wrong number. Now you can't play this game, neither here nor there, not a recluse, not a lay fellow. No, you can't. I am a lay guy, you all are lay guys, whether divorced or otherwise, you are lay. Nothing wrong. Can you reach the highest? Yes. Is there a sutta which will tell you? Yes. There is Chitta Sutta. Chitta is a guy who is having wife and children. Okay? And a senior monk comes and asks him to deliver Dhamma. And he does it in style. And he says, I don't have any words to praise you. So doesn't matter. And there's a Vagga called Chitta Vagga. There are a lot of about him only. How he falls sick, how he dies, all that is there. And they ask the Buddha, where did he go? And he says he's ended the defilements. He will be extinguished upon landing. Got it? Landing where? Wherever he's supposed to land. But he will be extinguished. Yes.
That's one type of Anagami, right? Extinguish before landing to the.
Yes. All are Anagamis only. So don't worry about it. It doesn't matter whether you are a recluse or you are a lay follower. You can go and reach the highest. Okay, so don't lose hope. Oh, I'm a lay, so I'm married. I don't know, I shouldn't have married. No, it'll automatically happen. There's nothing you need to do from your side except for following Dhamma. Now, that doesn't mean that we need to pain our wives and children that, you know what, I have taken Dhamma, that means blah, blah, blah. There is one sutta, another sutta, beautiful sutta, is that there is this guy called Visakha. Okay, it is Chula Vedala Sutta is the one, MN 44. Anyway, forget the name of the sutta, but look at the gist of it. This guy, Visakha, has been in probation, meaning he's been going to the Buddha Sasana for a long time. One day, Buddha tells him that, now I see that you have become an Anagami. So this guy is very happy. Wow, you know what? I got the trophy. And he goes happily. And he tells, dear sister, his wife looks, who is the sister here? He says, you. She's what, gone mad? Did I do anything to you? No, you're perfectly fine. But you're a sister. Sister, in what way? I'm telling you. Today, Buddha told me that I'm an Anagami. So, as an Anagami, I'm not supposed to sleep with you. Okay, so here is the home, here is the property, here is the money, here is everything. You take this and go wherever you want. And the wife feels, wow, this guy was a miser. Now he says, take this whole thing. Unbelievable. And she says, can Buddha teach me what he taught you? He says, yes, he teaches everyone. Fabulous. When can I meet the Buddha? Tomorrow morning, come along with me. So from today onwards, we both are brothers and sisters. That's it. She says, okay, agreed. So he sleeps down and she sleeps on top of the bed. She's sleeping on the top, and he puts something and he sleeps. And the Buddha meets this lady. Then she becomes a bhikkhuni, becomes Dhamma. Now this guy has been working out for years to come to Anagami. She takes 14 days to reach Anagami stage. And worst thing happens. She becomes an Arahat. And fun parts begin now. Buddha asks Visakha to report to Dhamma for learning Dhamma. Okay? Now she's his teacher. This guy now has to go through it, right? He's an Anagami. You just think about it. He's an Anagami. He's not a small guy. But this lady is an Arahat. She teaches him Dhamma. It takes him 6 months to become an Arahat. So, that's how it is. And the questions are so nice. I'm telling you. It's so nice. His questions and her answers. Wonderful. If anybody can get through that, you will become Anagami in 5 minutes. It doesn't take years together, just 5 minutes. If you are able to penetrate. We are not able to penetrate, separate issue. So, play the role. She plays the role. And she has no idea of Dhamma because she's supposed to be very beautiful. You know what she does first? When this guy says, you're like my sister, she makes her dress in such a way that he can really get aroused. And he says, sister, what are you doing? Then she's shocked because this guy has been asking for it all the time. And now he says that I'm not interested in you, nor I'm interested in this property. And she says, what a transformation, even I need it. Excuse me, even I need it. Can you tell me how do I get it? That's the power of Dhamma. Yes, Aryu.
I gotta go. Have a good day.
Carry on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I need to too, Vilas. I gotta get to work.
Yes, even I have to. Otherwise, I'm not going to sleep today. I can keep on rattling on Dhamma like crazy.
Yes, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys too. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes.